We're finally back on the YouTube channel talking about football every week. I'm going to stay consistent this time. Even if people don't want to join me, I'm going to do it on my own. Today, we're going to do the predictions for the Premier League table, yeah? We done this last year, kind of went a bit bad. None of us got anything right other than Man City and Arsenal first and second. Today, I'm starting with Southampton in 20th place. I just don't think they're strengthened enough. They've got Adam Armstrong up front, Ariba at the back, but other than that, they're not a Premier League team. They're a yo-yo club, so sometimes always up and down, pause. They'll be in the Prem, in the Championship, but other than that, I don't really see them staying there. That's the same with the 19th spot Ipswich. They've done well to get here, great manager McKenna, but again, they signed Amari Hutchinson off Chelsea, but they're not Prem quality. Let's have it right. They'll do all right. They'll pick up results here and there. They won't be easy to beat, but I don't see them staying up. In 18th place, Nottingham Forest. Now, they've been flirting with going down. They've always gone for it. They've just got there. They've got a good squad as well, but this year, I see the Prem being a bit stronger than usual, so I don't think they'll have enough. But it'll be a battle. Definitely be a battle. In 17th place, we've got Leicester. You see, Leicester, I don't think they're the strongest. Chelsea's took Dewsbury Hall, was vital for them last season. Chelsea also took their manager, Enzo. But I do think they have enough to stay up. They was in the Prem for how many years? Them going down felt like a bit of a shock to me. I can see Leicester staying up. In 16th now, Fulham. Don't know what it is about Fulham. Losing João Palhinha was massive, but I thought that was the same case when they lost Mitro. They signed Rodrigo Muniz. It was a good side. But Palhinha, it's very hard to replace a player like that. I can't see Fulham having a great season. Staying up, definitely. I think they're too good to do that. But I don't think they'll be finishing top half of the league table. Now we're into 15th. Again, we're at the kind of boring positions like Bournemouth. Good side, will nick points off the big teams. Solanke, obviously a goal scorer. He's shown that. Semenyo, a baller as well. Are they going to do anything mad? No. Will they go down? No. Just another boring team. But they'll do the job. In 14th, yeah, a team. Now, this one's a bit more interesting. A lot of people have Everton going down. I can't see Everton going down. I think they've never been relegated. That's a fact. Them and Arsenal never. They've got too much to go down. I think it's in their DNA to stay up. And I think they'll have a good season. Remember, last year they had the points deducted. If they didn't have those points deducted, they would have had a good season. For their standards, of course. So I think Everton will be fine this season. In 13th place, Brentford. They had a disappointing season last season. Everyone kind of expected it because of obviously Tony was banned until January. But again, I don't know, I didn't expect them to do that bad. When he came back, he came with a bit of a bang. Scored a few goals and kind of, it died down, which is expected. I kind of expected that. This season, though, I think they'll be much better. They could lose Tony in January, but I think their form up until January will be good enough for them to be flirting with 10th place, that sort of position. They'll have no chance of going down. Brentford are a good side. Now, into 12th, a team I love watching. I never used to because it was a bit boring, but now I love watching Wolves. They've got some players that I would take at Chelsea. I'll tell you that now, yeah. Wolves are a very good team. So they've got Cunha, they've got Neto. They've got a good side, Wolves. They do have a good side. They play good football. They've been doing all right in pre-season. I think they just beat RB Leipzig 3-0 as well. And I know it's only pre-season, but you'd rather win 3-0 than lose 3-0. So if I was a Wolves fan, I'd be looking forward to this season. Because if they finished a little bit higher than 12th, I would not be surprised at all. Into 11th, we've got Brighton. Again, it's hard to judge them. They've lost to Zerbi. They wasn't that good last season, but that is down to them being in Europa League. First time ever playing 2 games a week. It is hard. I understand that. But they've got Matoma, João Pedro. They've got good players. And if their manager can get them playing good football, I could definitely see them finishing above 11th. But as of right now, I can see them finishing there. A mid-table side. Again, pick up results here and there. Play good football, but they might leak a few goals. Into 10th place now, yeah? West Ham. Again, this is before they've got a lot of their transfers going. And they're looking like they're signing a lot of players. West Ham could be very good this season. But based off, I believe the other teams this season are all going to step up their game as well. I just don't think they'll have enough at the back to win them games. The little 1-0 games that you need to win here and there. But West Ham, they'll be another fun team to watch this season. I think they're signed Somerville or signing him, Fulkrug up top. They're going to be a good side. I think Fulkrug will suit them. He'll score goals as well. He reminds me a bit of an old school striker. Sometimes that's what you need. So they got Antonio, workhorse. I love Antonio as well, but Fulkrug will bring the goals. Boom. Into ninth place, it's going to shock you. I've got Aston Villa. They've lost Douglas Luiz. That's massive. I understand that they've brought in good players as well, but with them playing Champions League football as well, I don't know if selling him's a good idea. But at the same time, Aston Villa are a great side. I think they'll even get into the latter stages of the Champions League. I think it might be too much for them to balance both. But for Aston Villa, I think that's where the Golden Boot winner comes this season. Obviously, it's easy to say Haaland, but with Watkins, yeah, he didn't take any penalties last season, and he still scored that many goals. This season, I can only assume he's going to be on penalties, and I can see Watkins being Golden Boot winner. That's what I can see. Now into 8th place, yeah. This is the biggest shock. I've got Crystal Palace. I think they're going to be the shock of the season. I think they've got a great manager. I know they've lost Elise, but they've still held on to Eze. Mateta's on fire. I think Palace are going to be very, very good this season. A free-flowing team, scoring goals. They've got a good defence as well. Centre-back partnership with Anderson and Guehi. I know Guehi's linked to Newcastle, but I can see him staying at Palace. Palace are the shock team for me this season. I see them finishing 8th. In 7th, they've lost their manager. He was key to them, yeah, is Liverpool. I don't see them having a great season. I don't, honestly. Maybe a good cup run, but that's about it. Slot, he's done well at pre-season, but he's played Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal are quite a bit better than Liverpool. That's evidence. I don't even want to say that. They beat Man U, but if you watch that game, Man U played better as well. I don't know. I just don't see Liverpool being that good this season. It's going to take him time to implement his style of play. Yeah, I just don't see Liverpool doing too well. They've obviously still got Salah, Van Dijk, all of them, Trent. But I just think in that midfield, they lack something. I'm not the biggest fan of Endo. I understand he's not there to be the main man, but I just don't think you can win leagues with Endo as your CDM. That's how I feel. I know he had a decent season as well last season. But Liverpool, I see them falling off quite badly. So 7th for Liverpool. Into 6th, Tottenham. Now, do not be surprised if Tottenham start the season well. They do it quite a lot. Everyone thinks, oh, Tottenham could break the curse. No, they can't. Tottenham do not have it in them to win anything. How long has it been? Tottenham ain't that good. And good coach. But when it comes to push comes to shove, they're not doing it. I remember against Chelsea last season. Yes, they got 2 reds, but he kept the high line. He's stubborn. It doesn't work like that in the Premier League. You have to change things. Hence why I don't see them winning anything. Not the Europa League. They'll probably get knocked out a little bit early in that as well. Start the season strong, fade off towards the end. How they normally do. Now this one, they could have easily been 4th for me. It's Man United. I've got them in 5th. Yeah. Euro, great signing. 18 though, so you're not too sure about him. But great signing. Obviously, Kobbie Mainoo, star boy. Rashford could have a great season. That could put them into 4th, 3rd even. But you never know with Rashford. Garnacho, again, another player I like. I like his directness. I think he lacks a bit of end product. He'll end up becoming very good. Yeah, very good as a winger, but he's still a bit raw. Other than that, I think Manu will be strong. I think defensively, they're still not going to be the greatest. I do like Dalot, though. Luke Shaw probably gets injured. Malacia, God knows what's happening to him. Manu will be fine, though. They could easily be 4th. They definitely could. They're in Europa League. They might win that. Ten Hag seems to win a trophy every season, but for Man U, I think it'll be a steady season. Again, their fans won't be too happy, but it'll be steady for them. In 4th, a team who fell off a little bit last season. Again, expected they was in Champions League. Hence why I think it will happen to Villa, is Newcastle. I can see them making top 4. Obviously, Isaac's a bad boy. Tonali's coming back from the ban. That's like a whole new sign. And if they hold on to Bruno Gomes as well, they're in safe hands. Botman's very good. He needs to stay injury-free, though. Nick Pope needs to stay injury-free, too. Because that was a big injury for them. And you could tell they lost a lot with Nick Pope getting injured. Newcastle, though, I can see them doing it. I like them as a side. They're very fun to watch. Gordon, tenacious on the wing, man. You don't want to play against Gordon. Newcastle will be a strong side. Now, into 3rd, my team, Chelsea. Yeah? If we can keep our players fit, obviously it's going to take a bit of time with Enzo to get his style of play, but I've seen little bits of that in pre-season. Obviously, we've had a few mistakes as well. Get them out now before the season starts. I think we're going to have a strong season. I don't need to speak on the boy. Cole Palmer, man. Should have won Player of the Year last year. He was quality. Scored how many goals? He's going to do the same this season. He's inevitable. Cole Palmer's the main guy. Gusto, quality. Cucurella had a great Euros, great second half to last season. Caicedo again. Reece James, if he can stay fit, God knows, man. God knows where we could finish. But again, I haven't mentioned one player. That's because this is my prediction to get Player of the Year. His name's Christopher Nkunku. If he can stay fit, he's scoring 20 plus goals as well. And Nkunku is so good. He wants the ball at feet all the time. He can get in behind. He can score goals. He can dribble. He can do everything. And Nkunku's my prediction for player of the year. Sorry. In second now, obviously you know what top three was always going to be: Arsenal or City. Arsenal or City. So Arsenal is second again. I know the transfer window is still open, but they haven't signed a striker or that attacker like a Salah who's going to score you so many goals. Again, a good side. Their defence is probably the best in the league, if we're being honest. They won't concede many goals, but there'll be certain tricky games against maybe the smaller sides that they won't be able to get through, where City might just steamroll them. Hence why I can see Arsenal in second. But, very good team. Don't really like their fans, but again, great side. And then first, once again, Man City. Boring. It's boring, City now. Slow down. What's this going to be, the 5th league in a row? Come on now, man. Give someone else a chance. Pep's leaving, so maybe after next season that can be something, but I can't see City being beat this season. Over 38 games, everyone says it. They do that thing after Christmas. They barely lose, if lose at all. So I can see City winning, yeah? That's my Premier League predictions for this year. I might do a little update if there's some big signings. Maybe we can change a few things, but other than that, that's it for now. I'm going to have another video out before the start of the season with predictions against someone else, and the loser will have to do a forfeit. Be there for that. Later.